really want to watch this. This morning on our series, Tax Secrets Revealed, we asked a family to help us find the best way to file taxes. Take a look. It's the final practice game for the Arrowhead Red Wings before the first official Little League game of the season. Pitching this inning, Wyatt Yanez.
Right there, Wyatt.
Wyatt's parents are supporting him from the sidelines, but they're about to step up to the plate as well, taking a swing at the early tax challenge. Oscar Yanez is a supervisor at a landscaping company. His wife, Nicole, is an elementary school teacher.
Excellent. What did he say?
At our request, the Yanezes from Glendale, Arizona, tried 3 different ways to do their taxes.
So this is my basket of my tax information so that I have it for my end of the year.
Documents in hand, Oscar and Nicole logged onto the TurboTax website, but they had some concerns.
You know, not knowing all the laws and things like that, are we going to be able to do this on our own?
Entering data box by box.
EIN, usually in box B it says.
Ready?
Here.
It's right here.
Okay, ready?
Is 74988.
They kept going.
Now, that's it for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so add now mine.
After a quick dinner break, came words that strike fear in any computer user.
We just lost everything. Oh my gosh, thank goodness they save it.
Crisis averted. 2 hours after they began, the final results. TurboTax total refund, $1,499. Cost to the Yanezes, $70. Next up, Oscar and Nicole met with H&R Block Tax Pro Annette Betancourt.
I'll start off with your interest on your house.
A question about sales tax on the family's truck sent Oscar scrambling for a receipt. Annette explained the numbers.
And then you got a child tax credit of $1,500.
And after 1 hour, H&R Block total refund $1,579. Cost to the Yanezes $302.
I like this better because she was, you know, it's personal. You ask her questions.
Hi, I'm Seth.
Seth, Oscar.
Oscar and Nicole's final stop was the office of Certified Public Accountant Seth Fink.
You guys are quiet.
Soon they were discussing savings accounts.
Any interest income earned, savings interest, checking interest,
We have a
brokerage
minor
accounts.
savings account.
And items Nicole purchased for school, and Oscar for work.
There's a section on your Schedule A for unreimbursed job expenses.
Receipts tallied, and after just 30 minutes,
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here, and I'll walk you guys through this and show you what you got here.
CPA total refund $1,512. Cost to the Yanezes $212. Refunds within $80 of one another, but it was the fees that made TurboTax the clear winner for the Yanez family. How about that? Joining us now is Early Show financial contributor Vera Gibbons. Thanks to the Yanezes for going under the microscope there. Interesting how that all turned out, right?
Right. I mean, there are pros and cons of doing it each way. Now, the pros of doing it yourself, it's the easy option. It's if your returns are simple. It's the low-cost option. It's probably the way to go if your returns are, in fact, no frills. In some cases, you may be able to file for free if you actually qualify for that, if you're eligible for that.
Because you can do it online with the government, right?
If you make $56,000 or less. Of course, there are programs, TurboTax, Tax Act, to help you along. TurboTax being the most popular one with 75% of the market.
Right. Cons?
Tax code, very, very complicated. It's over 20,000 pages, 500 changes. 8 of them are relevant to most Americans. Yet a survey found that 70% of those polled do not know about these changes or how it's going to affect their tax situation. And in this environment in particular, you want to make sure you're getting all the credits, the deductions.
We had a copy of the tax code here the other day. It's this
It's that thick. Right.
If your life is really simple, some of it is...
If it's simple, you could probably go ahead and do it alone or get the help of a tax program. But if it's really complicated, if your situation has changed, you bought or sold a house, you've got investment losses, you think you might be subject to the AMT, you've lost a job, you've transferred for a job, then in those cases, you do want to go ahead and hire a pro. And many people do. About over 60% of Americans hire a pro at a cost of $100 at the low end to upwards of $1,000, if not significantly more than that, if your situation is very complex.
This is really common sense, but this also goes all the way back to you really have to have your stuff.
You have to have all your stuff together. You've got to be
organized. You really have to pay attention all year long.
And important to note as well, you, the taxpayer, are responsible for everything on that return. So even if you have a tax preparer doing your taxes, you've got to double, triple check the math. An undercover investigation found that 17 out of 28 returns filed by the pros actually contain errors.
Wow. What is the best wisdom in terms of if, okay, I'm feeling unsure? They were very happy to go see an actual human being, the Yanezes,
Well, that's
right?
a good thing, too. And if you
There's
think you're going to need
some kind
someone
of
to guide you along over the course of the year, not just for this one shot doing your taxes, then in many cases it would be in your best interest to go ahead and hire a pro.
Okay, so as we get ready to do this, well, assuming all of our stuff has come in, just basic pieces of wisdom as we get ready to do our taxes?
Organization is key. If you're missing the paperwork, if you're missing your W-2, your 1099s, you're just going to delay the process. And if you're working with a pro, they're going to
They can't do it.
They can't do it. And
Yeah.
they're going to tack on a little extra cost for them because they've had to do your work for you.
Right. The other thing is, if it's relatively simple, the fact is if you go to a pro, all they're going to do is stick it into a computer
A lot of them
program
just do that.
anyway.
They stick it into TurboTax and then they're done. And you've paid for that.
There you go. All right, Vera Gibbons, as always, a pleasure to see you.
Thanks, Harry.